What is going on, you guys? You are watching Behind the Scene. I'm your host, Pablo, and we're about to interview Perth rapper and producer Jaycee. In the last 12 months, he has released an EP, tripled his fan base, and has toured Australia. He's currently back in Melbourne for another show. Let's check out what he has to say. Behind the Scene. Let's go. All right, Jaycee, man.
What's up?
How are you feeling, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm feeling good.
Yeah?
Feeling fine, bro.
Man, back in Melbourne?
Yeah.
Third time?
Yeah. Third time.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's always a pleasure to be in the city.
Yeah.
Melbourne shows mad love, so I love it.
Yeah, cool, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's a good contrast between the two, man. Perth and Melbourne, so different, but so many similarities still, so it's
Right.
dope. Yeah.
That's crazy, man. I mean, like, every time you come back, you seem to get bigger crowds and,
Yeah,
more success.
it's a step by step. Like, it's kind of, the journey is everything. So, like, for me, every time I come back, it's a little bit. Well, there's more music, you know what I mean? So it's like people are starting to catch on, and it's a patience game. It's a marathon.
Yeah, cool, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're just gonna go through a few questions with you while you're here in Melbourne. So you're currently doing a campaign called One Song, One Dream.
Correct.
Where you're releasing one song each week for 6 months straight, right?
Yeah.
So, and you're currently on your second week.
Yeah.
Man, that's a lot of content. That is crazy.
Man, it is a lot of content. It's the music videos is one thing. Teamed up with my boy Andrew from Just Play Media.
Yeah.
He's just like a prodigy, man. Me and him just gel, you know.
Yeah.
I was in this, it was just like an organic step for me, man. I was doing a song a day anyway. So I was waking up, studios in my, I got a spare room in the house, studios in the spare room. I'd wake up, make myself a coffee, get some breakfast, head to the studio 9 a.m.
Yeah, cool.
You know,
man.
by that night, I would have a new song. Demo, bounced out in the demo folder, and I was just like, man, this shit's getting ridiculous.
All right, man.
I was like, what's going on, man?
Yeah. So I guess with that, how does a creative process work for you when you're writing a song?
It's kind of it varies, but as kind of if I had to put it down to kind of a formula, it would be I'd make the beat, and then if I'm vibing the beat, I will jump on the mic straight away before my ego gets involved, before anything gets involved, and I'll just start spitting gibberish, freestyling, kind of getting melodies down, getting in the pocket of the beat, and then I'd listen to that gibberish, and then I'll just kind of fill in the blank with how I'm feeling, the words, the lyrics, the message behind the song.
Yeah, cool, man.
So,
and I guess for yourself, because I mean, how do you know for yourself when your song is ready to be released? Because
that's probably the biggest thing. When I started making music, that was a bit of a struggle for me, because I'd always be like, nah, I gotta add this, I gotta add that, and then the songs are too overproduced, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, it's kind of an intuitive thing. As I've gotten further into this, I'm like, you know what? Sometimes, less is more.
Yeah.
I even have a song coming out called that. Less is more sometimes. You just kind of have to know when it's enough, and it's the beauty of art. Art is subjective. It's self-expression. There's no real right way to do it, and that's why sometimes I'm like, man, no offense to people studying music, but I'm like, how can you grade art? How can you put that's right, that's wrong? Because it's just self-expression, man.
Exactly.
It's subjective.
Right.
Some people love fucking Beethoven playing the piano.
Yeah.
And some people love hard dubstep. None's right, none's wrong.
Yeah, it's just expression, right?
So it's sometimes you just gotta be you know what? I'm just gonna pull the plug on this one and just leave it like this. And sometimes the unfinished is the best. The unfinished sound.
Yeah.
Is the best sound.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
man.
it's kind of just intuitive, and it depends on the artist, really.
Right. Yeah. So would you say you've learned to? I mean, because it's natural to sometimes for all of us to have self-doubt. You finish a song and you're just wondering man, is this good enough? Would you say you've learned to either overcome that or just bypass that?
So it's a weird thing, because I'm in this constant battle where I think every song's a hit. I think every song I do, I'm just man, this is the one, or man, this is my best song yet.
Right.
Then at the same time, I'm in this battle where I'm man, is this what people want to hear?
Yeah.
But when I really block out that voice in my head, I know that deep down my heart is just a creative soul. I'm just a creative being. So me creating, I'm doing it for me anyway. So that voice that tells me oh, is this the sound? Is this the one? That's the one that like I got to learn to look past, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of just a constant battle between feeling like you're the best and then something telling you you're not the best. Right. And then you got to look past. You just got to, it's another thing. Like, you need that foresight to kind of look past the voice that's telling you, like, fucking quit.
Yeah, right.
And you're like, you know, what does my heart say?
Right.
So, like, yeah, I don't know, like, yeah, it's a weird one, but
yeah. Well, so
you just gotta trust it, man.
It
you just gotta
sounds like like an inward battle, man. You're just
gotta,
talking to yourself all the time.
Yeah,
like,
it's not really like anything. Like, we all talk to ourselves, man. Like,
yeah, we do.
You know, just sitting down at the dinner table drinking a coffee, like, we're always thinking.
Yeah.
But it's just like, what are we thinking about? And what we're thinking about is our reality, and that's where, like, the manifesting thing comes in, man. If you're thinking, like, you know, if you're thinking positivity, positive shit's gonna happen. If you're thinking negativity, negative shit's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, like law of attraction, right?
Yeah, big time, man.
Yeah,
big
that's
time.
cool, man. I reckon that too, because like, you know, I think that too. Like, if you have a positive vibe, it's just gonna radiate, man. Like, and it's gonna show in everything you do, and it's definitely like shown in your music, you know, as well. So, you know, I commend you for that. Let's talk a little bit about your journey, man. Like, what age did you start with music?
So I started making music young, but I only started putting myself out there as like an established artist maybe in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
But started making music like I was freestyling, man, at like in primary school, I reckon.
Right, okay,
like me and my cousin
so
just freestyling. But like I never thought like I'm gonna be a musician, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna be a rapper. Like I was just doing it for fun. Like it was just organic for me. Like I remember being in the car listening to the radio and kind of making up my own melodies to the pop songs.
Right, okay.
And I just thought like everyone could do it. Like I was just making I was just in the pocket all the time, like as a kid. Just in my head, maybe humming some tunes. I didn't have a voice. I couldn't sing. I couldn't rap, but I just had these melody ideas in my head. And I was just like, oh, this just must be like, you know, the human condition to make music, be creative. Then as I got older, I was like, oh, maybe this isn't. Then mum kind of recognized that because my mum's like intuitive like that. She got me a guitar for Christmas. And then I started translating those thoughts on a guitar into like tunes. But like I couldn't sing, I couldn't rap, but like I'd give it my best shot.
Right, okay.
And then over the time, I just kept going. During high school, I was in bands. I was always freestyling, like rapping, writing kind of like just fun raps. Like I never was like, I'm going to do this, you know what I mean?
Right. So when was the pivotal point? When were you like, I'm going to do this? Like, I'm just going to go
probably
get
like
a career in this?
When I was like year 11, year 12, it really started clicking to me because that's when like the pressure starts coming on you. Like, what are you doing when you leave school? Like, and the only thing that made sense was make music. The only thing that made sense was make music, but I didn't know how to go about it. Like, I didn't know, like, I had the band mindset. I was like, maybe I should, you know, be in a band. But then I was like, no, but I'm writing the songs. I want to express it. I want to tell the story. And then the band, I was the guitarist in the back. So I was like, what do I do? And I was like, I don't know. I just kind of did it as I didn't know how to go about it. I was like, should I get beats? Should I start rapping? Should I do this? So I was like, you know what? My brother's moved out. We have a spare room. I'm going to build a studio. Okay. I didn't know where to start. I just saved up. I was working at, where was I working? Like McDonald's or Baker's Delight or like
just hustling,
Hype. I had a few jobs and I was hustling. I saved up about $1,500. Bought myself a Mac. Bought myself a USB microphone. And I just plugged the USB microphone straight into the Mac.
Right.
And then I just GarageBand it up and I just started fucking making beats.
Yeah, cool, man.
Just like simple beats. Like
just rock it from there? Would you say like
and I just made like maybe 20 tracks.
Right.
Just never did anything with them. Just made 20 tracks. And this was during like late high school.
Yeah.
Just on the down low, man. I was still like, you know, fucking around with bands and shit.
Right.
But I was just like, all right, like making tracks, you know, making the beats and everything.
Yeah.
And then towards late high school, I was like, I had a few homies over one night and we were having some drinks and shit. And I was like, oh, I've been making beats. You know what I mean? Like I've been fucking rapping. They're like, what? I was like, come check this out, put it on. And then they're like, this is dope, man. And I was like, I've just been fucking around. Like I listen to them now, they're trash. Like, but at the time it was like, whoa, man, like you did
cool,
this?
man.
Like you made the beats, you fucking rapped, you sing this? Like, and then I was like, yeah, they're not too bad, actually. Yeah. And then I just kept going, man. I just got better and better and better. Yeah. And then, like, maybe like, fresh out of high school, I dropped a few songs just low-key on SoundCloud. And, like, the reactions were all right. And I don't know, it just resonated with me, man. I was just like, this is just how it is, bro. But like making beats and shit, I didn't even realize that I was like that was something artists weren't doing.
Right.
Like I thought like that was just, you know, if you're a musician, you're making the beats, you're rapping, you're singing, you're mixing
doing everything yourself.
I just assumed that's how to do it. Like
Yeah.
I just knew I had to make music. I was just like, maybe this is what they're doing.
Yeah.
And then as I started getting more into the game, I was like, oh wait, there's actually like this job. I didn't even know you needed a manager.
Yeah. No,
I was just
cool,
like
man.
straight out the gates, like hustling, business mindset. Just like I'm putting this on SoundCloud. I'm putting this on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm making the beats, like whatever. Like I need to get out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, cool, man.
Yeah, it's
Alright.
crazy,
So
man.
that was the beginning of young Jaycee at the time, right? You were known as young Jaycee.
I was just JC then, and then when I linked up with the team, we went under young Jaycee because we were like, all right, we need to like, because there was so many JCs out there, like low key, like they weren't. In hindsight now, they're not even anything. Like like, you know, there might be a few people here and there, but they're not doing anything anymore. But I was like, man, if I go into JC and people Google JC, I'm gonna be on like page 10.
Yeah,
so,
right, okay. So, but you recently changed your name as well, didn't
yeah,
you?
and then I was under young JC, and we were like kind of doing well with that and shit. But then I was like, this isn't me. Like, this is not resonating. I was getting boxed up in this image of being like a young, you know, like Young Thug, like Lil Wayne, like, you know how they all have the name. So I was like, this is not me. Like, I just want to be timeless.
Yeah, because I remember going on Instagram, and all of a sudden I was looking up young JC, but it wasn't popping up, and then I was like JC, and it popped up.
Yeah.
And plus, you didn't have your dreads.
Nah, man.
So I was like, man, this is changing. Like,
shit's changing, man. And the dreads was just another organic kind of like feel. Like you got to let go of the old to bring in the new.
Yeah,
so I was just like, fuck it, man. Like, I've had these dreads for 5 years. Like, that's my high school energy on my head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I had to just snip it off.
Yeah, cool, man.
And now, man.
It's good, man.
It's real,
it's
man.
Like it's awesome because, like, apart from you progressing, you really allow your fans to get into what you're doing as well. Like, you're really open.
Yeah,
you know, you're always posting stuff on Instagram, which, you know, everyone definitely check out. But yeah, no, that's cool, man. Like,
yeah.
Just, you know,
well,
progressing.
that's it, man. Like that. Like, I just want to be as real as I can through I want people to listen to my music and feel like they know me personally.
Yeah,
like,
cool,
I want to have that kind of like, you know, I'm listening to my man JC, like I'm a friend with the listener.
Yeah.
So
awesome,
I was like,
man.
you know, young JC's impersonal. Like, no one's called young JC, but people are called JC.
Yeah.
I want to drop that and be like you know, like the homie, like you're listening to him. He's like, this is my man. And then the Facebook and Instagram, it's like, you know, I keep people updated with my life. Like, I want to build that relationship. Like, I want to take it more than just like I'm a musician and you guys are fans. I want to be like, you know, like
it's a team.
Yeah, this is the team. I call it the team, man. It's the young team.
That's cool, man. Well, that's definitely the vibe that
you
know, I personally, and I know other people as well, that's the vibe they get. So you know, just so I'll let you know as well, you're doing a good
Big
job,
love, man. Thank
you. Going with that, I thought we'd ask you a bit about one of your lyrics.
Yeah,
is that
do it.
right? So in your single Proud, you start off by saying, it hasn't happened, but I'm proud.
Yeah, right.
Right? What does those lyrics mean to you?
Just means
that section.
Sometimes you feel like you got to be somewhere. Like, sometimes you feel like you're not at a point in your life that you want to be at.
Right.
And a lot of people are always too focused on where they want to be, but they're not focused on where they're at. So for me, it's like, you know what? Sometimes you just got to be like, look, I might not be living my dream life, so to speak. Like, your dream life is never your dream life anyway. That's another topic. But like, I might not be living my dream life, but right now I'm proud of myself because I'm still here and I'm still fucking killing it.
That's cool, man.
So it's just like a little something like, take a step back, be grateful for your life, and be proud of yourself.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's what that song's about.
Yeah. Well, it's one of your most popular songs on Spotify. It's up there.
Man, it's a bang.
Yeah, cool, man. So you're here in Melbourne. You have a show tomorrow. This interview will probably be our poster show. But whenever you have a show, man, how do you prepare for one? What goes on in your preparation for a show?
It really depends, because sometimes you just, you know, the show, you get there like 10 minutes before, you're straight on stage, you got to rock it, and then you bounce. So like, sometimes it's like you're hanging around for a few hours before you go on. Yeah. But like, if it's my own show, I don't like to hang around at the venue too long. I like to kind of get there maybe 20 minutes before or so. Yeah. Say hi to everyone, then like take like 5 to 10 minutes before I go on, just to myself. Yeah. Just kind of get in my zen. Yeah. And then, you know, I don't know, it's dependent, but mainly I'd like at least 5 minutes to myself before I go on, just to get in my zen and just
Yeah, it just helps
tap
you
in,
just
man.
clear the mind.
Yeah,
just
clear the
get
mind.
ready.
Get ready and just,
Yeah, cool.
rock
And on
it.
stage, how do you feel on stage, man? What
On
goes through
stage
you
is
when you're
just
on
like
stage?
second nature.
Yeah.
So like on stage is like, yeah, I just love it, man. Like it's the same with making the music. Like they just go hand in hand. I love making the music and I love performing the music.
Yeah.
And yeah, on stage is just, yeah, man, I'm a performer.
Yeah,
So,
that's
like,
cool, man.
yeah.
That's how it's meant to be, man. You're being yourself. That's what I reckon is really cool. You're not, like you mentioned before, it's you. You're just you're doing your thing. Cool, man. Well, in this following section, we actually got a few questions from fans here in Melbourne.
Sick.
Yeah, so we got some in.
Some people sent some shit in?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I got some,
sick.
man. So I got 3 here. If yours didn't make it, I apologize.
That's
but
lit.
I got 3 here. So the first one is from someone named Barris.
Right.
Shout out to you. Thank you for sending
Big
your
ups,
questions.
Barris.
He asked, what advice would you give to an artist who is just starting out and is about to release a song / play on stage for the first time?
Whew. So just starting out, first song, I would say, for starters, you just got to trust it. Like, don't expect. When you expect, you're fucking setting yourself up for negativity. Don't expect anything on your first release. But at the same time, be super, super stoked because you're making a start. And making a start, you can't do anything if you never make a start. So like, be super stoked, be happy you're doing it, but don't expect that that's going to be it. And at the same time, fucking embrace the journey, you know what I mean? Like, embrace the idea that, I've got a song out, I'm doing what I love. And then on stage, like, I don't know, like, it's really dependent, man. I don't know what Barris is like as a person. Like, I don't know if he's nervous about the show. I don't know if he's super excited about the show. But like, for the performance, man, like, just be you. Like, don't fucking, do you on stage, and people are going to resonate with authenticity.
Yeah.
I just say relax, man. And same with the music, like, just be yourself, be vulnerable. Vulnerability, strength, so like, big ups Barris on the release.
Yeah, cool, man. All right, thanks for that. The second one is from Jennifer. She asks, besides the music, what are some other things you like to do?
Besides the music, shit. There's a world outside of music. I like hanging with the boys, traveling. Like, that's one of the blessings. Like, I guess that's kind of music related though, but like, I love just traveling with the boys.
Yeah.
Hanging with the girl. I love family, man. My family's everything. Just being with mom, dad. I like partying, drinking, going out, dancing, getting wavy. But like, I also love, education, man. Reading books, learning about the world. Like, I'm big on fucking bettering myself, man. Like, reading books, knuckling down, getting smart, getting knowledge, like getting the knowledge up, man. Getting your head right. I'm big on just getting in, like, I don't know, man, everything. Like, I'm a big, like, I got like so much shit I want to do in my life.
Yeah.
So like, there's a lot of stuff I like to do, but at this point I'm just like, music, man, and then everything else can just go to the back for a bit. Yeah. Because I'm a young guy. This is my passion at the moment. Like I said, man, song a day, bro. That's not normal. Like, I gotta just roll with this while I can.
Man, for sure.
And but there's tons of shit, man. Like, family, friends, education,
keep it
partying,
balanced.
man. Have some fun.
Yeah,
like,
just keep it balanced. You work hard, but you also, you gotta relax a bit.
Stay healthy as well.
Yeah.
Eat right, exercise, sleep right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Cool, man. Well, this third question is from Christian, and he asks, do you see other Australian artists as competition, or do you see the Australian hip-hop scene as more of a movement where everybody can get along?
I actually have a line in Proud, my only competition is me. So, like, I don't see anyone as competition. And that's not in a way that, like, I feel like I'm better than everyone. It's just like, how can someone compete with... If I'm doing me and they're doing them, how can we compete? It's completely different lanes. It's like two different sports.
Like, going back
how can
to
a boxer compete with like a marathon runner? It's different sports. Like, I can't compete with them because I'm doing something completely different to them and they're doing something completely different. I don't see them as competition. I just kind of see them as like, like, we're both making music, I guess. Like, we're both kind of trying, we both got a passion. I'd like to think they have a passion for music.
Yeah.
We both share similar interests. Like, they're like friends, I guess. like if I know them, they're friends, but like not competition. Like I'm in my own lane.
Yeah, cool.
And what was the other second half of that question?
Yeah, it was. So do you see everyone as competition, or do you see like the scene as more of a movement where everybody can get along?
Yeah,
much,
big
right?
movement. It's big movement.
Yeah,
like Australia's on the rise. Like there's big shit happening, and a lot of talent, and yeah, man, there's gonna be eyes on Oz. Like if you're a musician now, it's time to go.
Yeah, cool, man. Well, man, Jaycee, bro, thanks for being on the show, man. Really appreciate it.
Big love, homie.
Hey, thanks for
Thanks
being
for having
with
me,
us. Any other final remarks to your fans?
I just
here
say
in Melbourne,
like big ups to the young team. One song, one dream. Song every week. YouTube video, music video every week. Shout out Andrew, my homie in Perth. Shout out Nick, Julian, Red Wolf, the team. Yeah, and go after your dream, team. Like fuck the haters. Like just do it.
All right, well, thanks, bro. Appreciate it.